Hey cats, what's happening? Good morning and welcome to a humid Saturday here in Ohio. Just a little bit ago it was pouring down rain. I don't think the weather knows what it's going to do. I actually saw some sunshine too, maybe 15 minutes ago, and now it looks like it might rain again. Anyway, if you've been watching the current news, involving the motorcycle culture, you'll see there's been a lot of stuff going down with the motorcycle clubs right now. Before I say anything more, let it be known that I am not a member, nor am I affiliated with any motorcycle club at the current time. And we'll just leave it at that. However, the 81, the Hells Angels, and the Pagans have been at war in the eastern U.S. I don't know how long this war has been going on for, and I don't know a lot of the details, and I won't try to pretend that I do, but apparently there's been some stabbing shootings. I guess one guy was actually shot point blank in the face. As a result of that, in Massachusetts, the Hells Angels clubhouses are being raided. Now, when I say raided, it's not like a friendly visit. It's not like a party. You have ATF, you have SWAT teams, police from different jurisdictions. I mean, they're coming in armored vehicles, and they're lock and loaded, guns drawn, and they're kicking the doors in. And they're arresting people. So, if you are a member of a club in Massachusetts, good luck, because they're taking them down. Now, how far this is going to spread, I don't know. It may even spread, to different areas, to different states. But right now it's just localized to Massachusetts as far as the allegations are concerned as to what happened between this war. It would be my recommendation, if you're a member of a club, I don't know what to tell you, but if you're affiliated, or say you're a tag-along, or even a prospect, you might want to think about taking a few steps backwards right now, and unless you want to spend a long time behind bars. Because what it comes down to, it's not just about the people that are directly involved with the crime, but they're looking for witnesses. There's going to be snitches involved. There's going to be people that break down and spill the beans, and it's not going to go good for them either. So you're best just to be out of that situation before you get dragged in deeper than you think. It brings me back to the same thing I've said before. Why would you want to be a member of a 1% motorcycle club? Because it seems it always ends this way, that you're going to end up either dead or wounded or scarred or incarcerated for the rest of your life. Lose all your freedom. And for what? Is it all about being macho? Is it that important to these guys that they have to prove? I mean, it almost goes back to a primal instinct of protecting your territory. But to the point where they're ready to die for it. They're really ready to give up all their freedoms and everything for this patch, or this membership to this club of a so-called brotherhood that leaves you to wonder just how brotherly these brothers actually are. Because when it comes down to this point, when it comes right down to this point where people are going down, when they're falling like dominoes, you're going to see a lot of backstabbing. You're going to see who your brothers really are. And I can guarantee you, you'll be disappointed to know that these guys never really did 100% have your back. You know, I don't know. I guess a lot of these guys, and I'm just speaking in generalization, but a lot of these guys, maybe they've been military and they've served active duty, combat duty, and they still feel the need for that male camaraderie, that macho adrenaline, action. And so they join these clubs, or maybe they even start their own club. There's clubs all over the country beyond numbers, but we all know who the big ones are, who the main ones are. But yeah, these guys join these clubs, and then they're burdened with all these rules and set. You can't talk to this person. You can't do this with your family. You got to be with the club. You got to give your life to the club. You got to be here all the time when you're called, as you're called, and there's a whole strict protocol to follow. How is that free? And these guys get so drawn up into that life that it completely consumes them. And they pretty much lose all reason with everything that is good, with everything that is reality, to the point where they're ready to, kill somebody else just to defend their territory, just to get revenge on somebody, perhaps. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know all the details to this latest situation. I just know they're going down. They're taking them down bad. They're raiding these clubhouses. The funny thing is, these guys, these big motorcycle clubs, these MCs, 1% MCs, they have these clubhouses, and they've got their banner across the front of the clubhouse basically saying, here we are, this is where we are, if you want us, come and get us. It just seems like they're baiting, like they're just waiting for this to happen. It's a sad situation. With everything else that's going on in the world today, where's the love? These guys aren't promoting love or anything. They're promoting hatred and anger, and it's not a good atmosphere in one way, shape, or form. Now, as I've also said before, within these clubs, probably a lot of these guys are nice guys like myself. They don't want any trouble. They just want a club to be part of, and they find the attraction towards the 1% motorcycle culture. They like that. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a prestige symbol to say wear a Hell's Angels patch. It's like joining the Marine Corps. You're proud to wear that uniform. I know they're two different things completely, but I'm just trying to compare the pride involved in wearing that to earn that patch. And they're willing to give up everything. Well, there's a few bad apples that cause the issues for everyone else. Let's say I was a member of this club, and you guys know me. You know that I'm pretty laid back. I wouldn't really cause any problems. I wouldn't hurt anybody. I'd wear the patch, and I'd be proud to ride with the other guys, and I'd feel that brotherhood. I've been in those situations before, so I can really relate. But I also can relate to the fact that there's a few bad apples that have to show their testosterone, and they want to prove that they're bigger and badder than anybody else, and they're willing to go to any lengths to do that. And because of that, because there's that membership, that brotherhood, that group, the whole group is labeled. The whole group. So therefore, the SWAT teams and the ATF, and they're just raiding these places, and they don't care if it's Itchymoche or somebody else involved. You're all going down, and you're all going to have to answer some questions. you're all going to be interrogated. And you're either going to keep your mouth shut or you're going to snitch. And no matter which way, it's not going to turn out good for you. I mean, you'd be lucky to get out of there without some kind of incarceration or something of the nature. Now, the other thing that I have to consider as a biker, as a motorcyclist, even though I kind of run independent and do my own thing and don't ride with a club, I'm not affiliated with any clubs, I don't hang around any clubs, do I have to worry about what I wear when I go out there? Because these motorcycle clubs are color oriented. You know, I think for those of us who may or may not know, you know, we know the Hells Angels is red and white. We know that the Mongols and the Outlaws are like black and white. Banditos have the orange, and they all have different colors. And they wear those colors, and they wear those colors proudly. So when there's a war with motorcycle clubs, let's say I'm wearing my red bandana. You know, would I be mistaken for an 81 because I have my black leather on and my red bandana? I won't wear a white t-shirt under it, but you know, I guess I do have my white socks on. I don't know if that would count or not. But is this something I should be concerned about, you know? If I'm wearing my black bandana, which is this one, and you know, I like to wear these, and I cover up my face here so that my mustache and my beard doesn't blow up in my face, which drives me insane. I mean, it just tickles my nose while I'm going down the highway. So I like to wear these scarves. Will I be mistaken for an outlaw, for a one percenter? And could I be putting my life in danger? That's a good question. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if you look at the history of the motorcycle culture, there's probably been some innocent people that have been attacked, or maybe even worse, because of what they were wearing. So that's another thing to consider while these biker wars are going on, because to them it's a war. They're out for blood. And the sad thing is that this has been repeated going back to the very beginning of motorcycle clubs. This warring thing where they're so dead set on defending their club that they're willing to die for it. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So anyways, I guess my advice to you, if you're considering becoming a member of a motorcycle club, or specifically a one percenter motorcycle club, you might want to give that some really close consideration. Is that what you want to do with your life? You've heard that before. It's probably what your dad told you. Is that what you want to do with your life, son? Because it could mean throwing your life down the toilet. Now, there's plenty of other clubs out there, if you want the club life, that are good, legitimate, decent, law-abiding clubs that you're not going to have any problems with. But I'm specifically talking about these 1% clubs now. You may want to backpedal a little bit and rethink your plan for your life, rather than trying to hook up with something that's going to take you down the drain. Well, cats, I appreciate your time today. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the videos. We'd love to have you along for this ride. For those of you that are concerned with my wife, I thank you and appreciate the prayers and the concerns so much. That means so much to me. This is a very difficult time for her and myself, indeed. So you guys are highly appreciated. Until next time, cats, ride hard and die free.